Dassault Mercure 100, France's bold but short-lived airliner. The Dassault Mercure 100 was a French-built narrow-body jet airliner developed in the early 1970s by Dassault Aviation, a company better known for its military aircraft like the Mirage fighter jets. The Mercure was Dassault's first and only foray into the world of commercial passenger aviation, representing a bold national effort to compete with the American aerospace giants, particularly Boeing and its immensely popular 737. Despite its advanced design and European origins, the Mercure ultimately struggled to find a place in the global market, producing a story of ambition, innovation, and commercial disappointment. The Mercure 100 was born from France's desire to establish itself as a significant player in the civil aviation industry. Dassault, renowned for its high-performance military aircraft, set out to create a short-haul jetliner that could serve the high-density routes within Europe. First flying in 1971, the Mercure 100 was similar in appearance and purpose to the Boeing 737-200, but had several key differences. It was designed to carry about 150 passengers in a single-class configuration, offering more seating capacity than the early 737s. The aircraft featured a low-wing monoplane design and advanced avionics for the era, many of which were drawn from Dassault's military expertise. Powered by two Pratt & Whitney JT8D engines, it had a maximum cruising speed of around Mach 0.82, approximately 990 km per hour, and a range of about 1,700 kilometers, which was notably limited. Technically, the Mercure 100 was a solid and reliable aircraft. It boasted excellent performance, a comfortable cabin, and a high level of French engineering quality. However, it suffered from a major limitation: its short range. While suitable for dense domestic routes such as Paris to Marseille or Lyon, the Mercure couldn't efficiently serve the broader European market or international routes. This range constraint, coupled with fierce competition from the Boeing 737, which offered both short and medium-range variants, severely limited the Mercure's appeal. Airlines outside of France were reluctant to adopt an aircraft that couldn't meet their route requirements. Additionally, being a new and unproven aircraft from a company with no prior experience in commercial aviation created hesitance among potential buyers. As a result, only one airline ever operated the Mercure 100 commercially: Air Inter, a French domestic carrier. Between 1974 and 1975, Air Inter took delivery of only 10 aircraft. Despite performing well in service and achieving high dispatch reliability, no further orders followed. Dassault had partnered with several European aerospace firms and received some governmental backing for the Mercure project, hoping to develop it into a pan-European competitor to Boeing and McDonnell Douglas. However, funding constraints and limited interest from European airlines made it impossible to launch more advanced or longer-range variants. Ironically, the Mercure was ahead of its time in pursuing European aerospace collaboration, a concept that would later prove highly successful with Airbus. In fact, some historians see the Mercure project as a precursor to the European cooperation that would later define Airbus's rise. However, unlike Airbus, Dassault did not have the scale, resources, or political momentum to sustain the Mercure project. Air Inter continued flying the Mercure 100 reliably until 1995, after more than 2 decades of service. Over their operational life, the aircraft logged over 360,000 flight hours without a fatal accident, a testament to their sound engineering and durability. Today, no Dassault Mercure aircraft remain in commercial service, though a few are preserved in museums. One example is on display at the Musée de l'Air et de l'Espace, Air and Space Museum, near Paris, serving as a reminder of France's ambitious foray into commercial aviation. The Dassault Mercure 100 stands as a symbol of innovation, national pride, and the challenges of breaking into a market dominated by global titans. Technologically competent and well-built, the Mercure failed not due to flaws in design, but due to strategic missteps, most notably its limited range and timing. Still, it remains a proud chapter in French aviation history and an important stepping stone toward greater European cooperation in aerospace. While it may not have changed the airline industry, the Mercure 100's legacy lives on in the lessons it offered and the dreams it carried. Brought to you by Infinite Knowledge. From Maroli Edutech. Thanks for viewing this presentation. Stay tuned for more upcoming informative videos. Kindly be good enough to share and subscribe to our channel.